Nice to see that, Eileen's still running around and kicking, get them fancy tennis shoes of hers, and stir the pot up some,
Yeah, Elaine's
she sure is,
Yeah.
She knows how to stir up the pot, do some little butt kicking, too.
Yeah,
I like that, yeah.
She's a scary one.
Well, no, man,
if
her place is, running at steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she'd be real good at running the steel and, making sure Gramps don't, skimp on the ingredients because, she insists on quality.
Yeah,
not quantity, fresh water, not stump water,
Yeah.
Got some standards.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about this Powell case, and it seems like every day there's something else going on. Now, are they going to go to Daddy's house and dig up and find the body there, and it was Daddy that done it? I mean, at this point, is the son so stupid, that...
He does.
And then the other thing is the woman that's missing, was she so stupid that she couldn't catch on to all this nonsense and stuff going on, and all the pictures of little girls and boys and... Oh, shoot, man!
Well,
what kind of mess? And
her friends say that Josh Powell's dad really creeped her out.
Well,
she wanted to get out of Washington because that's where he was. So that was one of the reasons that they came to Utah, was to get some distance between Josh and his dad because he creeped her out. That's what her friends say.
I don't know. I've checked out some of the friends, and quite frankly, I sure wouldn't want them to be listed as my friends. That'd be that just no. I don't know that. This whole mess is, it's I mean, you want to talk about the old soap operas and stuff like that, like Edge and Night.
Yeah.
Way back in the day. I mean. Shoot, it's all there, man.
Well, this is like Peyton Place.
Oh, this is better than Peyton Place.
With a sick twist to it.
Oh, man. I mean, what do you think's going to pop up next? They're going to start digging in Daddy's yard?
Well, it might be...
remember Jeff Dahmer? Remember they found, all the stuff and,
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's pretty amazing that it just astounds me that he would have pictures that kind of incriminating picture actually in his home, knowing that his son was under scrutiny. That must have been... doesn't it amaze you sometimes how stupid these people are? I mean, he had plenty of time to get rid of all of that stuff.
Oh, man. I mean, you got Al Capone, How to Get Over Rule 101, I mean, most people probably couldn't fathom a school like that, but, this is so dumb that, I said, why don't they just go in the house and start looking, because I bet they'll find the body up there at this point, and I think that the son, that he don't know nothing about it, and now they're going to take the kids away, and you got the grandparents. I mean, man, what kind of mess we dealing with here? Who's going to wind up suing who after all this is over? Because somebody's going to stand up and be suing somebody for something.
Well, maybe.
Well, the economy's bad. All these lawyers suing everything on a drop of a hat. I mean, who's going to get creative here?
Yeah. Well, the whole thing about it that I keep trying to figure out is, okay, here you've got a son who's gotten a lot of press, and now you've got a father who's gotten a lot of press. What do these people do for a living? I mean, it's like, do they go to work every day at some company and have something approaching a normal life, or is... Well, here's
the question. Maybe, because, you got a little bit more access with the internet and news and stuff. Is this Josh working? Has he got a job?
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I wonder.
Yeah, has he got a job? What about Daddy? What did he do? Did he inherit it? Or, what's his story? I mean, it's just as fundamental as this. Who's paying the bills in this?
Yeah, that's what
who's paying the bills,
Yeah, and it just how do these people function and get get a car and get around? I mean,
Look, man, if that was wrapped up in that family at all, I'd be in the basement of the jail so low I'd have to look up to see hell. You know, I mean...
Well, I've gotten some pretty strange feelings from, like, Josh Powell's sister, that there's not a lot of love there for her dad. He creeps his own daughter out, I think.
Yeah, so, well, you know, and then they down here at this other place, and they had the dogs, and they said the dogs was real good, and then all they find is a bunch of burned up old wood. I mean, we still got the police department acting like the Keystone Cops.
Yeah, they're not doing. This
whole, you ought to do a rerun and just rerun the whole thing and start all over at this point, you know.
Well, they let way too much time pass before they went and started looking, and they're looking in the summer instead of the winter. It should be really obvious if you go to that area. If they had gone to that area in the winter, it would have been really obvious if there was any place that a body could be hidden.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't.
Hey, I'm just going to go ahead and go, but hey, I got a buddy, and he's got a few words or two to comment on, okay?
Oh, that's cool.
You know, maybe have somebody else listen, besides the proverbial drunks and stuff like that.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's actually got a little potential,
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
How's it going?
It's going all right.
Yeah, this whole Powell thing, especially with the... I just found out about this, but with the child porn charges, and especially with what you just said about them going in winter, there's no possible way that they couldn't have found anything during the winter. There would have been snow tracks. There would have been some kind of hole, some kind of disturbance in the nature.
You would think. I mean, if he camped out, there'd be tracks where he pulled in. There'd be footprints around. If he dragged something away or did something, you'd think. I mean, I would have been out there the very next day.
Yeah, that's what really rubs me wrong about the whole thing, is that they waited until summer to go do something about it.
Yeah,
which is completely. What sane person would think that's all right?
Well, they waited till almost. I mean, they waited so long that it's almost going to be another winter.
Exactly.
And they finally get around right before winter's coming again. They finally get around to going out and checking out the turf. It's strange. Have you got any theories of what may or may not have happened? Do you think she ran off with another guy, or do you think
I have a couple theories. Honestly, one that really strikes me as big is that there might have been someone else that she might have been fooling around with. Now, she could have had some dirt, he could have had some dirt, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Or there could have been, she found someone else and the other person found out that they had kids and... Got angry,
yeah.
Got upset, maybe wanted to collect on something, who knows. But the whole thing just something weird. And in the past 10 years that I've been here, there have been some weird cases that have gone on like this that just don't click right.
Oh, haven't there, though? I mean, you in the last 10 years, well, let's see, you watched the whole thing with Elizabeth Smart.
There was that. That was a big issue when I was younger. I definitely remember that.
No, there have been some others. There have been some pretty strange, mysterious disappearance cases. There was a lady that was working as a janitor down somewhere in West Valley or Kearns or somewhere that disappeared in the middle of the night. And they finally found her, but it was a long time after. So, well, you need to go ahead and call into talk radio whenever you feel like it. It's you got a pretty cool voice, and you should go ahead and express your opinions more frequently. We need new blood.
Thank you.
Hey, appreciate the call, man.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, we're getting lively here towards the end of the show. Always like to hear from new people. That's fun. Okay, hi, you're on K-Talk.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to say one thing. you know, the West Valley City Police in this case screwed up from the very beginning.
Well, it certainly seems like they did. Yeah.
They were having a dinner together, him, Josh, Susan, and their family friend. Susan gets sick and has to go lie down. She's the only one that gets sick. This is on the night she disappears.
Oh, really? I hadn't heard this.
Yeah. This is according to the family friend, that she got sick and had to go lie down.